Hi everybody, I'm Tiffany and I'm the Performing Arts Venues Coordinator here at the Dubbo Regional Theatre and Convention Centre. Being a First Nations and Wiradjuri worker for Council, it's a great honour and privilege to have with me today Lionel, who also works here with Dubbo Regional Council. So welcome, Lionel. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming over and having a chat to me. Can you tell everyone a little bit about what you do in your role here in Dubbo?
Yeah, my name's Lionel Wood. I'm from the Milleray country at Garuga, northwest, and I'm now residing in Wiradjuri country and working at Dubbo Regional Council as Aboriginal liaison officer.
How you finding it so far?
Actually, really great.
Yeah.
Found my feet pretty well and have been very supportive in my transition. Some may be aware, but I'm a returning in this position person, so kind of like riding a bike, but as you know, things evolve and things
Yeah.
change, and you just got to get up and go with it. So yeah, pretty keen for this journey.
So you're kind of like the man out on the land going and meeting with community and connecting
Just
and
being out talking to mob and just getting to understand why, how people are and how the bridges are with council and just making sure that I maintain that.
yeah.
Both here in the community in Dubbo and in Wellington,
Mm.
just being a feet on the ground and using my footprint that way,
Yeah.
and connections.
Yeah, so you're kind of going out, hearing what they have to say, what
Yeah,
council can do and
yeah, just be how council can best support community,
yeah,
and youth and all the way up, I guess.
that must be really rewarding.
It is
Yeah.
very rewarding. I went away for a bit and worked in the education system, and then thought you sort of caged in, I guess, not caged in, but sort of limited to that sort of area.
Yeah.
So I really missed having my finger on the pulse and being out there and being in the know, I guess. And
Yeah, and there's like most people wouldn't know, there's a lot of different tribes that are here in the Dubbo LGA.
yeah, around Dubbo. Probably one of the main ones that stand out that people were well known is the Tubagar people that reside in this area. But yeah, there is lands. Yeah, so Dubbo's the Central West hub, so and a lot of mob come from out west or a bit up north and south and east. So.
Yeah, I just found out the other day there's about 16% of the LGA's population is First Nations. So it's really great to have a strong population. Yeah.
So that's just everyone that ticked it on the, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it actually acknowledged it, right, on their paperwork. So even outside of work, stop and just chill. What puts a smile on your face?
Probably my family. Yeah, is my family. Yeah, I'm in the 30s now, so
Same.
your dancing shoes go off, and your dad hat comes back on, and that's where I'm at now. I'm pretty content with my journey, the way I'm heading. So
yeah, I really love raising my kids here in Dubbo. Like we went away for quite a while and then came back. Nothing just feels quite like home. Yeah.
Sort of lifts off, and then I get that same feeling when I leave Dubbo for a bit, and then if it's for a weekend or a week away, and then I come home, I just know that I've my body's relaxed now. I'm back home.
Yeah, you feel like you're back connected to where you belong. Yeah. I wonder whether, I know you probably haven't been over here a lot, but do you have like something cool or a favourite thing about the theatre?
Yeah, I do love the setup. I every now and then, like when I do come, I've been to a few shows now actually, and it's just the aura about it. You're leaving outside of out in the country town, and you come in and you get that feeling of being in a city sort of sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like the unknown. It's like when you go to a town that you've never been to before, and you just saw this excitement. So I still get that when I come in here. So this is quite this is quite rewarding.
It's quite special having this big facility in Dubbo because like you got to go to Sydney mostly to have something like this. So
available for everyone out west and all the communities around, where it's just easy to access here.
Yeah, and saves you a lot of dollars too, and having to fly out to maybe Sydney or to Melbourne.
Wish we could.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool? That would be so cool. I've seen a few ones, and you're just like, oh, I wonder if that's a bit too big to come regional.
I remember when this was in the consultation phases when I was younger, and I was would have been 14, so moons ago, and then Yeah, one of my questions was with the Liberal or whatnot at the time was going around and asking, what would you know? What would you love to see? My Lion King was my response.
Was it? Oh, so you would have been in that cool little video
yeah,
for
so
that.
quoted
Well, I do love that we get some of these really big touring companies coming to Dubbo, and I suppose like it's great for us to be able to chat about the fact that we have MARROW coming. So, Australian Dance Theatre, they're one of the biggest contemporary dance companies in Australia, and they've been around for 60 years. They're actually celebrating their birthday this year, and their artistic director's Daniel Riley. So it's nice to have, yeah, connected, and he's directly connected to community here, family ties on land. So it's really, really cool. I wonder, just I suppose, from your perspective, what it would mean, what it means to you to see works like these, where we've got First Nation creatives and First Nation stories being told on the local stage.
I guess it just broadens the possibilities for our people out here.
Yeah.
You know, you get the young kids that do the workshops when they can. Usually, like when Bangara and that come through, they're doing workshops with the schools or whatnot. And
Yeah.
it just opens up the possibilities that kids might never thought of doing.
Yeah, well, the great thing is we've got some workshops coming with ADT as well, so the kids can connect up with that. And
dream that you might spark along the way. So that's the possibilities that I think of.
yeah,
You know, options weren't as wide when we were younger and whatnot. So I think it's important to keep building them connections as you come through.
yeah.
Because they're the sparks that you want to spark at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah. There's just so many success stories that we can think of that have come from, maybe they've, even when I was speaking to Doug today, he was talking about his daughter Amber Lily, and he said she wasn't a dancer, and she happened to go to a workshop, and now she's renowned for her dancing. Yeah. Just takes that one moment, right? So, given your role, you're out with community and seeing like impacts that creative arts can have with community. What impact do you think a production like MARROW or like any First Nations work that comes here to the theatre has in building stronger connections with community?
Yeah, I think it's about creating knowledge for the audience to understand. Because it's another avenue to pass on knowledge or create awareness on big events or you know, special things that happen with our people through time. So yeah, it's just as important as the next thing that comes, I guess.
Yeah.
Awareness and understanding and draw an audience in that way. So
yeah, and what I like about contemporary dance is like whilst the show has a storyline, you kind of can make it your own. So you like if you felt something, then it's done its job. Yeah. Well, I don't have lots of questions. I don't know whether you could think of 3 words to describe what an experience like MARROW can bring to the community. They can just be one word.
Open mind.
Yeah.
Just go in it with an open mind and like a book, I suppose, and you read it as you go. And
yeah.
And like you said, it can lead to all different possibilities of way you think and way you proceed it. And then, yeah, if you're finding yourself liking it, then yeah, it's definitely doing its job. So
yeah,
I just think it's important to respect it along the way.
Yeah, I think it's good for everyone, right, to kind of learn more about culture, and it's not done it's not completely like in a traditional sense, right? It's a more open space where you can think what you want.
And culture can be shared in many, many different ways.
Yeah. And
this is just one of the avenues that is thriving at the moment, to sharing culture, create knowledge and awareness and passing on those vital, the knowledge through dancing. So, and dancing's been a part of our culture for thousands of years, part of our dreaming. So just one of the many ways of telling the story.
And it just brings people together, right? It's just like you get to express yourself and yeah, that's it. That's it. There's no other reason you can't dance in your seat, right? Well, I thank you so much.
No worries.
Coming and having a chat with me, Lionel. I really look forward to seeing what we can all do in connecting stronger relationships with community. It's a bit of a passion project of mine. I'm sure you feel the same, like it's close to your heart and want to make an impact. Yeah. Meeting people here. Yeah.
Continue building connections that are already there. So happy to be a part of it. Thanks for letting me come in.
Oh, I loved having you here for a yarn, and we should probably do this more often. And maybe I can come out with you, and we can go out on country and chat to some people. And I look forward to seeing more of you. Thanks, Lionel.